Hey, howdy. How's it going? How's your day going? Ooh, I'm excited. I am so excited because I get to share with you some news. Listen, Linda, listen. Emotional healing is foundational. And for any other transformation that we are trying to make, emotional healing is so foundational to that. Hello. I'm excited because starting next week, I am going to start offering interactive emotional healing workshops because it is so important. I'm just looking, I'm seeing how much the world is in this space of we're not connecting to ourselves. We are not allowing ourselves to know our emotions. We don't even know how to communicate what we feel. Where the world that we live in, society is in this place of it's F you, pay me type vibes. But it's like, okay, but then we keep suppressing all of these emotions, not really going through what we actually feel or even being able to name it. Like so everybody knows about anxiety, right? But think about the person who doesn't even know that that's anxiety. Like they know the word anxiety, but they don't know what anxiety looks like in their body. This is what we're tapping into. So I'm excited. I'm so excited because I am all about offering solutions, safe places, and opportunities. So here again is another solution, a safe place that I'm proud of because behind the scenes, this is what I do with healers. I have Zoom calls on Saturdays and Sundays. That's why I don't be posting like that. But I have Zoom calls on Saturday and Sundays with healers, and we come in and they have a safe place to vent. They have a safe place to talk about release, talk about whatever they've gone through. Because, personally, I schedule worry time. Like, I'm not finna worry all day about something that I know I'm going to solve at the end of the day anyway. So I'm going to worry about that on Wednesday at 7. That's when I worry type vibes. I don't just all day, just, oh Lord, how I'm going to pay this bill. I don't do that. I don't do that. I ain't did that in a long time. Like, I don't care what it is. Talk about Steve Harvey, what it is. I don't care. I'm not going to worry about that thing, right? And so we need places where regular people can have that type of vibe too. But not just that, because we can start a Facebook group and, everybody be in there healing. But to have serious people who are, like, this is what I call it, individuals individually healing together. Okay, so you on a journey, I'm on a journey, I'm serious about my journey, you serious about your journey. So now we can coincide. Now we can share resources. Now we can promote each other. I'm excited. I'm excited because healing is, to me, it's a three-part journey, right? So we need to heal our bodies, we need to heal our minds, and then we need to heal our finances, okay? Because we shouldn't be out here serving and being broke. Like that don't make sense. But so healing our body, that's our nervous system. Tapping into our nervous system. When I get upset, I don't know if you can see my tablet. When I get upset, my tablet shaking, I start shaking. My body starts shaking. My nervous system start, going out. Somebody yells at me, my nervous system will start thinking that I'm in trouble. So tapping into that nervous system, tapping into that mentality, so consciousness. Like we're not going to be able to get far in our journey of healing if we don't have consciousness. We can eat well, we can get the exercise together, we can have the money, okay? But if we don't have the consciousness, that mind, which is my thing, then we're not going to get far because we're not even going to be able to see. We're going to be oblivious to a bunch of stuff. It's going to be reasons that we're doing things and we don't even know why. We can't even see the problem, right? Because we are stuck in a space of unconsciousness, I guess. Unconsciousness. And so I am focused and driven to create solutions, opportunities, and safe spaces where you can develop your consciousness, where you can tap into your emotions, where we can heal together, right? Because each individual. Like, we all got to heal. That's what's going to change the world. If each puzzle piece say, all right, I got my puzzle piece, I'm taking accountability for my puzzle piece, so let me figure out what I need to do. So I'm excited about that. I really, I feel like we have a frustration, um just as people, where we all at different stages of our lives, we get stuck in this place of what um I call it the narcissistic loop, because essentially you're only focused on self in that moment. But really what's going on is your brain is in this behavioral emotional loop, right? So you keep making the same mistake, choosing the wrong person, choosing the same person in different bodies, right? Because you're making behavioral and emotional habitual actions. And so you have to go off autopilot and manually say, okay, this is who I am today, and this is who I'm becoming. And that means really digging into that root work, really digging into how you feel, right? Those emotions, being able to name it, because emotions come and go. They're like clouds, they come and go all the time. It is your responsibility to decide not to do whatever they over there, you know, they tripping about 50 cents over this sauce, right? It's your responsibility to control your emotions in that moment. It's not their responsibility to consider your feelings. It's your responsibility to have your boundaries in check, so that your feelings are always considered. Anything else that anybody does, any type of consideration that anybody else gives you, that is a bonus. That is a bonus. Okay? If somebody bring you something from the store, that's a bonus. You already got what you need, though, because you considered your needs before you even got there. So when they come in and they like, oh, you want a piece of my bagel? Oh, sure. Well, no, I'm good. I just got mine. Right? But to sit and to wait for somebody to bring you a bagel, and if you ain't bring me no bagel, how you gonna go to the store and not bring me no bagel? Really? Your boundaries weren't in check. Because if you wanted a bagel, you would have made sure you had a bagel, right? You would have asked for a bagel, because ain't nobody no mind readers, right? So it's tapping into our emotions and seeing where we are. What do we need to work on? What is triggering us to feel underappreciated? When you don't feel considered, and this is something that I had to heal from, and it's an everyday thing. Once you become aware of it, it doesn't mean that the healing is over. That's when it begins. Okay. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Okay. That's when it begins, because first you're unconscious. You don't even see anything wrong. You think that you're amazing. Like it's them, it's everybody else. And then you step into this awakening, this conscious step, and then you have to consciously become conscious in layers. All right, so you become conscious about one thing. Oh man, didn't know I was doing that. Right? So now you understand that you're doing it, and so every time you do it, because it doesn't just stop now that you understand, now you do it and you become aware. Oh, I'm doing that thing again. Why am I doing that thing? I probably feel some type of way. I feel like I'm not being considered, so I just popped off for no reason. So everybody else on the outside of my reality is like, she tripping. Like, she is tripping. Like, it's two dishes in the sink. She went ham. But inside of my reality, I feel like, oh, see, people don't consider me. I'm never considered. This is why I'm never considered. Hey, now. This is why I feel like I'm never considered, because somebody decided to put two dishes in the sink. Dishes got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. But internally, you feel like you haven't been considered. You feel like you're not enough. And it takes you back to a moment when you felt that as a child, a past trauma, big T and little t trauma wounds. So we have these big T and little t trauma wounds that we don't even realize is there. So then somebody does something that makes us not feel seen, heard, or enough. And then we immediately go and blame them. We're blaming them. So I wrote some notes so I could try to stay on track, because you know me. So the blame thing. I had wrote a note about the blame thing, but y'all, I don't know where I know that. I don't know. But blaming. When we blame, a lot of times it's us not being able to take accountability yet for actions. It's us because essentially we put ourselves in that situation. So I'll give you an example. There's this guy. He's cool. He's fine. He's a decent dude, right? I had to put my boundaries in. He gonna do what the fuck he wanna do. Like, I'm gonna keep it I'm keeping it a buck with you. He gonna do what he wanna do. So I had to put boundaries in place. Hey, I don't like feeling like this, right? I don't like giving my body out. I don't like, you know, if you bring people, like if we chilling, don't just bring another whole grown man. Like, what is that? I'm a girl. Like, I don't like that. Okay. So when we're doing that, I need to set the boundaries. And then if my boundaries are crossed, I have to set a consequence as well. So pre-consequence, not me using boundaries as what's the word? Like to punish them, but me saying that this is a boundary that I would have with anyone. So if anyone crosses this boundary, then this is what I'm going to do, right? So I'm not pulling up without a reason. Okay. So a lot of dudes think, oh, they can pull. This is just a example. A lot of dudes think, like, if I get her in front of me, then I could talk her into whatever. No, okay. I'm not pulling up without an agenda. I got stuff to do at all times. So if there's not a reason, if I didn't get the cash app, then I'm not pulling up. I don't, right? And this is off just anything. Like I'm just thinking about like wanting to give somebody a ride. Nothing super crazy or nothing like, oh, you need to come over and then once you come over, I've had situations where people have been like, oh, yeah, come over, can you give me a ride real quick to such and such and such place? I got gas money. All right, shoot, cool. And then we do everything, and then at the end, they're trying to seduce me, like, oh, come on, you want to come upstairs? And no, no, I don't. Oh, come on, you look good, trying to rub on me and stuff. No, stop, okay? If we do that again, I'm not coming over here no more. If we do that again, I'm gonna cut you. If it's various consequences for messing with me. But like you have to be able to see that you don't like that and then be aware of that and then be able to put a boundary in place and then put a consequence if that boundary is crossed. If that boundary is crossed, then, okay, if this boundary is crossed, then I'm leaving. Then we can't talk anymore. Then I'm blocking you. Then I'm cutting you and calling the police. That, like, whatever it is. But making sure that person knows what it is, or those people know, or that you constantly tell people so people know, like, hey, listen, Victoria over there, she don't wear wire glasses. Yeah, nah, she allergic to them. So everybody know. Like before I ever I started smoking weed at 25. So all my friends have been smoking weed about since like 8. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the hood start early. Not me. Okay. So stuff was happening and then I got evicted. And everybody was like, at first, people would be like, oh, yeah, Victoria don't smoke. Victoria don't smoke, no matter who we was around. Yeah, Victoria don't smoke. I just always had people that would block the blunt from me. Like somebody would try, you just in a group of people and y'all pass blunts. No, they would be like, Victoria don't smoke. She don't smoke. And then eventually I got evicted and people was like, no, you need to just hit this. This your fuck it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So I hit it. That first time I didn't start smoking then either. I didn't start smoking until I moved away from the city. But so just having that like pre-notion or that like people know, they know me. They know that that's a boundary, that they know that that's something that I'm not tolerating. I'm not dealing with that. And then the people around me know it so much that they enforce it for me as well. So we all like, no smoke, she don't smoke, we don't smoke. Like, you know what I'm saying? They smoke, not me. But okay, so thinking about that aspect and putting that into any and everything that you do. Like that is part of your emotional health. Being able to set boundaries for yourself and internally understanding that something made you uncomfortable. So instead of you getting defensive and arguing or putting your energy into something negative, you put your energy into, okay, that's a boundary. If you cross it, and stay stern on your boundaries. These are things that we're going to talk about in the interactive workshop. Now, the thing about the interactive workshop is, everybody do workshops. Everybody and their mama got a workshop. That's cool. That's fine. This is an interactive workshop, which means you're going to be talking. I'm going to need you to come up off mute. Thank you. You don't want to be on camera today? That's fine. But next week, we're going to try to get you on camera. The next week, we're going to try to get you on camera. The next week, but it's purposely intimate so that you can grow. I can't grow in a big ass group. I got to start small. And then, you feel what I'm saying? So I want you, it's only 21 spots. Only 21 spots every single week. So tap in. 21 spots. It's 21 spots. Okay. I'm going to send you a version of the Becoming Inner Workbook. So if you haven't gotten your copy of the Becoming Me Inner Workbook, tap the link in my bio. It's out already. That's literally going to help you discover your current self so that you can become your future self. It's it's now. The time is now. What are we waiting for? We see recessions. They talking about recessions. I don't know what's going on with the war. Have you heard something about the war? Because I don't know what's happening. It's still going on, right? Like the news is weird, right? We have to be in control of ourselves, which means that we have to understand how to control our emotions. We have to be able to live and let longevity. So we need to have better bodies. I'm down 100 pounds. I'm still fat. Okay. So that tell you how big I was. Okay. I'm down 100 pounds already. But all of that is connected to my emotional health. When I feel good about myself, I can go out there, right? It's also connected to building discipline because when I don't feel good about myself, I need to be able to act anyway. Act anyway. AA. Act anyway. Seriously. Okay, because this is hurting me. Ow. Okay, sorry. I gotta stop putting stuff in my bra. But I'm just excited. I'm just blessed because I get to just show you all of the things that I've been working on for years and years. Hey, Bubby. For years and years and years, all of the things that I work on with Bubby. Like, you see how calm he is? He had quote unquote behavioral issues, right? But through emotional intelligence, and that's even for dogs, being able to help dogs understand their emotions. Maybe they can't put a word to it, right? But being able to understand and feel safe enough to act. He didn't used to like the car. I'd be in the car. He'd be chilling. Now you ain't even know he was in here, right? Because he has reprogrammed his mind to act differently in situations. And then we've exposed him to the car enough. So now he feels safe here. He's cool. Now he liked the car to be running all the time. When I was just sitting here with the car off, he was whining. But once I turned it on, he was good to go. But he's used to sitting in the car that is turned on. So one thing we have to do is create systems, life systems for ourselves. But then the other thing we have to do is like step two. Step one is creating the life system. So starting to get in the habit of doing something different. But then step two is going to be being able to change our mindset. So meaning no matter where we are, we have the same habit. Sometimes our habit is just two environments. And that's because we wake up in the morning, we brush our teeth before we grab the strap before we brush our teeth. You know what I'm saying? Out of habit. But in a different environment, we're not going to do those same things. So it has to be engraved in our mental. It has to be mental that we are now doing something different, that this is what we do different. So when this occurs, no matter where I am, I do something different. And that's part of building your holistic toolbox. We're going to talk about that. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. I'm looking at Instagram, I'm looking at YouTube, Facebook, and y'all, Twitter, and all y'all. Listen, it's time. It's time. Like, what are you waiting for when it comes to your healing journey? And I know everybody, we talk about the crystals. Like, I use the crystal kind of like the ma'at of my life, in a sense. Like, the balance is something that is on me that I can, I don't got a feather in my hair. I don't know where to get a feather from. I was gonna get one on Amazon, but anyway, my eye is balanced. Okay, like, your heart should be as light as a feather, right? So if my heart is supposed to be as light as a feather, like the balancing scale, if that's my heart's supposed to be that way, I want to make sure that I have a system in place. So I have something that reminds me, this moonstone that reminds me to work on my emotional healing, that reminds me, that sits on my chest, right? That I can grab in a moment of despair, distress, and be like, woo. And it's not me worshiping anything, but it's a reminder. For me, it's a reminder. It's a grounding principle reminder. I don't know. That sounds good though. A grounding principle reminder. So I can hold that. I can think about that. I can, okay, tap into that and focus my energy on what this is supposed to resemble. No. Um, I guess resemble. No, it's not the resemble. What this is supposed to represent. This represents something, right? So to me, it represents something, because it's like the cross or whatever else. And I'll switch them out. I got some over here. I don't know if y'all can see that on Instagram, but Facebook, y'all see it. Okay. And then I also got my daughter Ashes in here. Y'all can't see that, but it's right there. I mean, y'all could. I just can't see that right here. It's 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 in a little vial. Um, the little vial that you turn upside down. Yeah, that. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I talked about everything. I'm excited about creating safe spaces. We're going to be releasing, relearning, and redefining. So, um, we need to relearn our emotions. What does that mean when that comes up in our body? How do we release that? How do we move that energy around our body? Right? What should we be working on emotionally? What does emotional healing actually look like? These are all the things that we're going to be talking about, but digging deep in, having sound baths, really having, getting our vibrations up. What does that look like? Examples, being able to vent, right? This is a weekly thing. So us coming in and being able to vent about the problems that we're having, the worry that we have going on, and then move into creating a solution, right, within our body, being able to listen to ourselves, having a meditation practice, right? Some type of devotion where it's just us and self, and that's it, right? Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I know it's going to help so many people. Like, we live in this world where we're just suppressing our emotions at this point. This is going to help so many people. So many people. So if you are ready, tap in, comment, like this, and share. Share this with somebody who needs emotional healing too. Tap in, bring a friend for a discount. Tap in. I think the link is in my bio, but you can go to cultivatingcharacter.me and get your book, Becoming Me Inner Workbook. Also, a version of the book comes with the emotional and the healing workshop, the interactive workshop. There'll be a version of the book there as well. But if you want the full thick book, tap into cultivatingcharacter.me. Also, all the links are in my bio. So tap into linktree.com/Tori Victories. You can sign up for the interactive workshop. You can get the Becoming Me Inner Workbook, and you can join Legacy Leap, because we got to heal together as individuals individually healing together. And I'm excited because I have so much more for you. Listen, so much more for you. Tap in with me. Let's heal. Let's do it now. I used to say, when I get older, I'm going to connect with God. But what was I waiting for? Like, you know how much bull, just stupid stuff. If I would have gotten on my healing journey sooner of like really connecting with God and seeing the importance of connecting with myself. And when I say God, I just mean my higher self. Like God is my creator, definitely. So I see that as a different entity than what I got going on. But God is in me. Like he be talking through me, right? I hear it through me. So, and it's my thoughts, but it ain't me. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't eat that cheesecake. Like, who said that? Because I was finished crush. So who said that? Right? So that was higher self telling me don't eat that cheesecake. But it's being able to listen to that voice, the angel and the devil vibes. It's being able to listen. Right? We are habitually stuck in listening to those foundational voices. Right? Those foundational voices can't help us. Those foundational voices are not going where we're going. So we have to look, do, and be something different to become who we are destined to be. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to grow. You're here to grow. Let's grow together. All right. Tap in at the link and share this out because, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, like just imagine. What if we start to have these workshops daily or weekly, multiple times a week, because so many people are getting value. Like I'm excited for you to see what I have in store for you. I'm excited. It's going to start virtually, but we're already planning the first in-person interactive workshop. Baby, I'm ready. Are you ready? Tap in with me at the link in the bio. I hope you have a beautiful day. Make sure you do some healing today. Okay? Healing that. When I say healing, when I say make sure you do some healing today, heal your mind, baby. Put some good media in your mind, right? Write out some things. Talk to inner child, right? What inner child got going on, right? Your body. Are you moving? Did you sweat today? Did you sweat today? Your nervous system, breath work. We don't breathe correctly. Hold it. Empty the belly. Hold it. We need to open and close, extract our lungs. We have to we have to remember that we don't breathe correctly. Shallow breathing is, we need more than that, right? So being able to breathe correctly, giving your brain some air, some oxygen. You feel me? These are things that we gotta focus on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The kids that live in my neighborhood, sometimes I wonder who they finna grow up to be. Okay. And so that's why we need to work on our emotional healing so that what you learn, you can teach your children, your nieces, your nephews, your cousin, your mama. Okay. And if they see you doing it, like it's one thing for you to tell them, but if you see me doing it, then you got more questions. So you got to get it down. You got to do your healing because somebody is watching you just like you are watching me. So I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace and healing. Make sure you do some healing today, mind, body, spirit, okay, and finances, okay, because you don't need to be broke out here, baby. You don't need to be broke out here. All right. Love you. I'm out. I finna go eat because I told myself that I couldn't eat until I told you about this cool thing I had. So love you lots. Finna eat and we're out. See you tomorrow. Peace and healing, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Mm-mm. Gotta get a little music. Ah, mm.